Hello, boys and girls. We're going to do a little review with the divisibility rules today. I attached a PDF to our class agenda that has a sheet that looks something like this there for you. You can download it. You can keep it up as a different tab. You can print it out like I did. But all this is really telling us is the rule for every number that's divisible by means you can divide it by. Divisible means divide it. You can divide it by 2 if its last digit is even. So if it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, you can divide it by 2. If the sum of the digits, the sum means you add the digits together, is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. If the last 2 digits of a number are divisible by 4, then the whole number would be divisible by 4. If the last digit is a 0 or a 5, then the whole number can be divisible by 5. If it's divisible by both 2 and 3, it will also be divisible by 6. Number 7 is a really tricky rule. I honestly never really use the rule for the number 7, but it states if the last digit of the number is doubled and subtracted from the rest of the number, and the difference is divisible by 7. See how many steps that is? It's very confusing. The rule for 8 is the last 3 digits of a number are divisible by 8. So sometimes if you have a number that's like 7 or 8 digits long, you can take the last 3 and divide them by 8. The sum of the digits, so again, you're going to add those numbers up, is divisible by 9. If the number ends with a 0, it's divisible by 10. The rule for 11 is a little bit tricky as well. If the difference of the alternating sum of the digits is a multiple of 11. So I'll have to come up with an example for that one for you guys, because I never really use the rules for 7 or 11. They're a little just too complicated for us. And the rule for 12 is if the number is divisible by both 3 and 4. Okay? So let's say I have the number 216. And I want to know if it's divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. Here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So the number 216, is it divisible by 2? Well, the rule for 2 states if the last digit is even, is the last digit an even number? It is a 6. Yes, so the whole number 216 will be divisible by 2. The rule for the number 3, if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So I'm going to add 2 plus 1 plus 6. 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 6 is 9. Since 9 can divide by 3, 216 can also divide by 3. The rule for the number 4, if the last 2 digits of the number, so the last 2 digits are 16, I know 16 is a multiple of 4. It will divide by 4. The rule for the number 5, if it ends in a 0 or 5, this number ends in a 6, so it will not divide by 5. The rule for the number 6, if a number is divisible by both, it has to be both 2 and 3. Oh, look, our number is divisible by both 2 and 3, so therefore it is divisible by 6. Let's see if we can use this funky rule for number 7. If the last digit, which would be a 6, okay, the last digit, 6, is doubled, 6 times 2 is 12. And subtracted from the rest of the number, 216 minus 12 is 204. And the difference is divisible by 7. So my work is right here. So I did 6 times 2 is 12. 216 minus 12 is 204. If 204 is divisible by 7, 7 goes into 20. If I'm going too fast with this this division, no, this isn't going to work. There's going to be a remainder. So nope, not divisible by 7. It almost in this case would have been easier just to divide 216 by 7. For number 8, it's the last 3 digits. So again, like I said with that one's kind of, you know, this one is only a 3-digit number. So in this case, I would have to take that 216 and divide it by 8. Now I know you guys divided, some of you probably use partial quotients and different types of division. I use standard, so we're gonna master that this year, hopefully. 8 goes into 21 twice. 8 goes into 56 7 times. So it is divisible by 8. It goes in evenly with no remainder. The rule for the number 9, if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So when I added 2 plus 1 plus 6, I got 9. Does 9 divide by 9? Sure does. The rule for the number 10 is if the number ends in 0. This one does not end in 0. The rule for 11, here we go again. If the difference of the alternating sum of the digits is a multiple of 11, I believe that means if we add 2 and 6, we would get 8, which nothing times 11 is 8, so it is not divisible by 11. And the rule for 12 is if it's divisible by both 3 and 4, and in this case it is, 3 and 4 are circled, we're also going to circle the 12. I'm going to go through one example with you guys, so when you're done this video, turn your cameras back on, and we'll wait for the rest of the class, and I'll do an example with you on the board.